everyone, my name is Eero Westerberg and I'm the headmaster of VAHVA Fitness. As you can see, I'm here under the scorching sun basically in front of an endless desert. I'm gonna show you how you can get strong with the steel mace, and today it's going to happen with an exercise that is called the offset overhead bend. So what it means is, every time essentially you grab a steel mace like this way, you always have an offset because this weight is only on one side. So that means that it doesn't matter where I'm holding it, it's always like pulling me basically the other direction. So this is why also steel mace is great for different exercises, because that sort of offset weight, it challenges, for example, your core. You always have to work, more, for example, the obliques on the other side. So you get to work your body in a way that kind of, in a way, you could say emulates real life, where there isn't sort of like a symmetry oftentimes, where you would lift like a barbell, where there's always the similar amount of weight on each side. So steel mace, in ways, is great in emulating some situations that in real life you might encounter, where you have to lift unsymmetrical objects. But this offset overhead bend certainly happens in a way where I'm gonna press the bar overhead. So now I have the offset overhead position, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bend. I breathe in. You don't have to bend too much in this one, especially in the beginning. The more you put it, of course, like this way, the more it's going to pull a little bit more. But you can start by holding it very close at the weight. It's already enough. So it's a really fantastic way to stretch this side, compress the other side, because you still need to kind of find support on that side, and then bringing it back, really working those obliques there from the stretch position. It's important that when you're doing that overhead position, it actually helps because you can get a little bit wider. If you have very narrow grip, some people, you can't get it all the way overhead. So getting it a little bit more wider grip, and then really getting all the way overhead, not here into the front. So you make sure that your body is one straight line, and then spread the legs a little bit to get good, because if I'm like this way and I bend too much, it's easy to fall. Here, if I transfer my body weight with the other leg a little bit to here, it means that I can bend a little bit more, get more range of motion. Just holding this position is already a workout. Let's do the other side. So press it up, keep your body aligned, don't arch back. My core is constantly here, it's working, it's not sagging or something like this way or somewhere here. I'm keeping it straight. I spread my base, and then so my recommendation is you breathe in, you hold the breath, get a bit of intra-abdominal pressure to support this motion. And by the way, holding it, these are both offset versions. This is more difficult. If you want to make it a bit more easier in the beginning, you can always lower it your shoulders and work it also from here. You can also stay a little bit in the position, and when you come up, don't just like push with your hips like this way. This is not a hip exercise. This is an exercise to get control over the lateral part of your core. I'm stretching it, and piece by piece, feeling as it contracts. You can do a little bit even a crunching motion to the other side, but this is the main version. Wider base. Coming back. So the benefit probably came quite obvious. It's really this stretching out the lateral side, but especially in the overhead position, you're also stretching the back muscles, even the latissimus. So it's almost the entire lateral chain of the back or your torso, let's say this way, your hip is not going to be stretching this one. It's really from here in the lower obliques, the upper higher part of the obliques, and then even the lats and in the upper back will get stretched as you're doing it. It's I would say it's quite a strenuous movement. So again, some of these is if you don't have any experience in lateral flexion, I would not start with that version especially. You can try these first like this way. Bring it back. First like this way, and even without the weight. So gets these muscles here on the side of the body really tight, and also not just kind of this rigid strength, but you also build up the flexibility. That's very important. Like everything starts from this core, this is the center point in all sorts of movements when it comes to athletic strength. So that was the offset overhead bend with the steel mace. And if you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, please like and subscribe on this channel, because that really makes a big difference. And if you'd like to learn more about training, more about functional exercises, more about developing the most powerful body you can imagine, then go ahead and check our free training material at our website, which is vahvafitness.com/free. You can find tons of material that's going to help you on your journey. That's it, guys. As always, take care and stay strong. From